Hello, and welcome back to the Retroverse, and we're in for another episode of the Collecting the Dreamcast Full Pal Set mission. What episode I want to? I have no idea, best check. Yes, that was embarrassing. Right, okay, I'm on to episode 8 this week. Last week was the 100th game milestone. If you didn't catch that video, I'd suggest you go over here and go and check that out, because it was a big hitter. It was a top, it was the top 10 expensive title. It was number 6 on that list. So go and check that one out. But this week, we've got plus 10, and I'm going to take it to another big milestone for over 50% of the collection status. So I'll be hitting 110 games in this drop right here. Right, so last week in that 100th box, it did have 2 games in, but I only unveiled the 100th one. This one is number 101, and it's a big hitter. And actually, it was a recommended title a little while ago. Who was it recommended? So actually, this is a recommended title, and the 100th game was a recommended title by the same person. I'll put the comment down here, and it was by M1XART, aka Mixart. And he recommended the 100th game there, and he also recommended this other big hitter, and it is, oh, that was loud, Res.
Mega Boom.
There you go, the music-based game on the Dreamcast, which is a big hitter. It's quite a well-known game on the Dreamcast as an original IP, but there you go, you've got Res on the Dreamcast for a +1, takes us up to 101. Great times here. So there you go, Mixart. I've ticked your 2 off the list, which was Evil Twin and Res. So there you go, meeting the demand of the fans. Res goes into the collection as number 101. Right, here we go. Got this one, Mr. Scissors. Here he is. Let's get straight into it. There's 3 titles, so it's going to give us a +3, and we're going to dive straight into them. Everybody should know most of these. So the first one up is a recommended title, and who was this by? Let's have a check. It was Duff0120. Thanks very much for watching, mate. And he recommended, put the comment on, Resident Evil 2. There you go. Now, obviously, Resident Evil 2 Remake is a massive stable mate in that franchise. Is that even a word? Is that correctly used? I've no idea. I don't think so. But Resident Evil 2 on the Dreamcast, absolutely a brilliant port of this game. Much improved over the PS1 title for me personally, and Resident Evil is my second favourite franchise of all time. So there you go, Duff. Any relation to Duff Man? Hopefully he's a party dude. But he knows his games and he knows Resident Evil. So there you go. Oh look, got one of them protective dealies. Actually, I got this off the same person who I got Evil Twin off. So might have that in all of them. So there you go. Obviously, complete as usual. Resident Evil 2 into the collection. Like I say, I love Resident Evil 2, so I will be giving this one a quick blast at some point. Right, next up is another recommended title. I've got it here, and this one is off Idle Thumbs 01, and he said, have you got Silver? Well, Idle Thumbs, now I do, thanks to you. So thanks very much for that recommendation. And this one was actually quite a tricky one to track down. Especially for a good price anyways. I checked Vinted, eBay, Facebook, nobody had it. CX had it, but you know, I don't really want to pay those prices. So there you go, you've got Silver there. Now, I've not heard of this one, but it looks pretty cool. I mean, the box art's cool. It looks a bit like, is it Siegfried off of Soul Calibur? Oh, somebody tell us that it is him. Oh, look, there you go, because I got it, the same guy. Puts these cool plastic protective ones over the manuals, which just make it look so crisp. Let's have a look. Oh, that is so disappointing. I thought it was Siegfried from Soul Calibur, And the first line says, "The time of evil is almost over as David." Brilliant. No offense to Davids out there. I know one in particular, but not exactly a heroic name, is it, David? Might as well have been called Steve or Bob or something like that. He's a hero who stands as the right side of vengeance. Personally, if somebody who was advocating vengeance was called David, I'd probably laugh at him in the face and then kick him in the balls. Yeah, so there you go. Idle Thumbs, silver for you. Another recommendation game ticked off the list. Great times. And the last one in that little bundle, another big hitter. You've got another one of my favourites, Resident Evil 3 Nemesis. Now, I know the remake of this was quite widely panned. I haven't actually played it yet, and I want to. People obviously complaining because it's too short, yada, yada, yada. I mean, it's Resident Evil. I don't remember 3 being too short on the PS1 when I had it. So, you know, people weren't saying it was too short back then. So what are they expecting? A load more of the game to be made and put in there? I mean, it's a remake. You remake the game. You don't, you know, it's not a reboot where you add in loads of extra stuff. Anyways, yeah, we'll go Resident Evil 3 Nemesis. Has he got one of those plastic dealies? Oh, sensational times. I love a little bit of protection. Oh, yes. So there you go. In fact, let's get that one out because that's a classic combo there. Resident Evil 2 and 3 going into the collection. That's 104 titles now. Great times. And that actually completes my collection of Resident Evil games on the Dreamcast, as I already have Code Veronica, and now I have 2 and 3. Let's just delve into this one. I can't remember what titles are in this one. So here we go. 3 games. I don't know what they are. I don't even know what this is at the back. Doesn't say. But here we go. +1, and it is Railroad Tycoon. Looking a little bit iffy there, but I can clean that up on the sticker. Railroad Tycoon, there you go. +1 goes into collection. Next up, what's this? Racing Simulation Monaco Grand Prix. That actually looks quite good on the pictures on the back. So there you go, +1. What does that put us up to? 106. 106 games, man. And the last one in here. Right. So this is 107 +1. Who wants to be a millionaire? Now, I was laughing there because I didn't know what the game was until I seen this lovely face. Chris Tarrant, the presenter of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. Ooh, look, for free you get an HMV CD wallet when you buy this game. Sadly, I don't have that. But, yeah, we'll go. There you go. Gaming manual. Ooh, what's this? Ooh, what's that say? Don't miss your chance to be a millionaire. Well, I don't want to. Tell us how you would spend £1 million and we'll give you a chance to win £1 million. I'm probably a little bit late for the boat there. But never mind. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Whoa, look at this. The closing date is the 31st of March. You'll not be able to see it on the camera, but it's down here. 2001. So I'm over nearly 24 years late for that competition. What a pity. Could have been a millionaire and bought so many games. But there you go. Who Wants to Be a Millionaire goes into collection for 107 titles. We're racing through these. I love it. Let's have a look. I just got these this week, so I know what's in here. Here we go. So +1, and it puts us up to 108. It is Star Wars Episode 1 Racer. Nice. Now, I remember the arcade cabinet of this was absolutely tremendous. And the pod racing sequence was probably the second best sequence of the whole film for Phantom Menace, which personally I did enjoy. Darth Maul is an absolute legend. He definitely should have been in more stuff. But there you go. Feel the force of 600 miles an hour. I might actually give that one a blast. I do remember it and it was quite good. Next up, it's another Star Wars one. There was a few titles on this Dreamcast that were Star Wars based. And it is Star Wars Episode 1 Jedi Power Battles. Now, I never played this, but I did have the Phantom Menace on the PC. And this looks very, very similar. Third person sort of action, which is exactly what that game was like. Is that almost the same game? I'm going to take it as a yes. I mean, I don't buy anything when it's not complete. So, but assumption is that, you know, there you go. The lovely manual. There you go then. 109 games. So we've got the last game here. Oh, here it is. I was really interested in this game. I thought, was it a bit like Urban Chaos, where it was actually crap? But here it is, the last game for 110 games. It's Headhunter. Oh wow, this feels very heavy. Let's have a look. I mean, the box art is cool. The geezer drives around on some sweet motorcycle. What is he? Some sort of spy? And you're thinking, whoa, yes. Oh, hello. This too. Right. Oh, hello. Oh, the manual must be thick as hell. Whoa, that is like the Bible. Hot diggity. That is some Sunday reading. Thick as out manual, and there you go, disc 1 to go with it. Now, was this any good? I think it was only on the Dreamcast. It does look quite cool. Like Metal Gear-y, little bit of thingy on the back with a motorcycle, taking cover and stuff. It looks cool. The premise sounded pretty cool, but I don't remember loads of people ranting and raving, thinking it was the greatest thing since sliced bread. So I'm not really sure. But that makes 110 titles in the collection, which is a huge boost. There you go, plus 10 titles into the collection, and some absolute banger ones in there as well. I mean, Res, Silver, Resident Evil 3 and 2, Star Wars 1, maybe it's that Headhunter. Yes, you've got the 3 fodder titles in there, but what system doesn't have fodder titles? Now, I'm very precariously balancing this. Those gym sessions are working out. Very heavy, this stack. So there you go, 10 titles in the collection puts us on 110 titles on the count. And what's that do to the collection status? So the 100th title was 46.29%, plus 10 titles for 110 takes me up to a milestone of 50.92% collection status. Unbelievable times. I'm over halfway there. This is great. I genuinely feel a great sense of achievement. I've got over half the titles here. I'm gonna have to put this down. It's hurting my wrist. Whoa! Oh, the top stack nearly went there. I would have literally cried on camera. Right, there you go. So another big milestone's hit there here in the Retroverse, and the Dreamcast collection, and the mission of getting the full PAL set. I'm over 50% of the way there. And this leads us into a great segue for next week's episode, because I went mental and I bought a bunch of sealed titles this week, which I was like, oh my God, it's unbelievable. I can't remember how many there is. I think the parcel came yesterday. Obviously, I haven't had a look. I don't look at it until I put it on the camera for you guys to watch with me as we're doing this together. So I can't remember how many it is. I do remember a few of the titles. There was some good, decent titles in there. All of them I don't have, so there weren't upgrades and stuff. So it will add to the collection status on the journey of getting the full set. So thanks for watching, everybody, and a quick big thank you to all my new subscribers that have joined the Retroverse and are joining me in the retro journey. On this week's episode, it's been another Dreamcast mission, another plus 10 titles in there, And I think I'm going to do a New Year's competition on my Instagram page as well, where I'm going to be giving away some games and some retro memorabilia, different stuff that you might not have seen. So head on over to my Instagram, make sure you're following us there, because you'll need to follow us to obviously enter the competition anyways. So thanks everybody, follow us on my socials, there's the link in the end, and I'll see you next week for a special sealed edition of the Dreamcast mission, which will be episode 9. Thanks very much everybody, I'll see you next week, bye.